Yeesh. Well, that was a game. Hey everybody. My name is Evan. This is On the Grill Sports, and today I'm going to be doing a recap of today's game versus the Minnesota Twins. Also, just sort of like a series recap so far. What I've seen. I'm just going to talk about some things that stuck out to me in the past two games, and we have a lot to talk about today. So the Astros lose 9-6 to the Twins in a game where it kind of seemed like it was sort of the kind of summing up this entire start to this Astros 2023 season so far. Anything that can go wrong did go wrong. So Garcia made the start today. Didn't do great. Only gave us 4 innings, gave up 4 runs. Had a lot of hard hit balls against him. Just didn't look great. His velo was down. Wasn't the best performance we've seen from him. We had, I think Blake Taylor pitched today. Ryan Stanek pitched today, and he actually bounced back and had a good outing. Seth Martinez pitched today. He gave up a run. Ronel Blanco pitched today, and I have to say it was definitely one of the pitching performances of all time. I'd have to say that out of all the pitching performances I've ever seen, it was definitely one of them. He gave up 4 runs in an inning, was just really bad, terrible shit, whatever you want to call it. Pitching today, overall wasn't that great. Kind of one of the main problems of the series so far has been our star, not our stars because our kitty pitched good yesterday, but bullpen has just been unable to keep the games where they are. We had the mishap with Stanek yesterday, and today we had the thing with Seth Martinez giving up the run, the 5th run, and then Ronel Blanco having the meltdown and basically letting the game go loose. So the pitching really hasn't been there for us this series. It's been very inconsistent if we're going to subtract the Urquidy start yesterday. Everything else has been very inconsistent. But what I really want to touch on right now is the offense, because I feel like that's really where the main story of this series so far is. The Astros hitters have struck out in 2 consecutive games. They have struck out 16 times or more in the past 2 games each. So that means in, a quarter or maybe more than a quarter of our at-bats, or maybe even close to half, I'm not sure. I'm not doing the math, but a good chunk of our at-bats in this series have been all strikeouts. So we haven't been putting the ball in play. We've been grounding out. We've been striking out. And we just haven't really been being productive offensively. And if you strike out that many times a game, chances are you're probably not going to win, regardless of who hits a home run. Speaking of home runs, the Astros had 2 of them today. One coming off the bat of Yordan Alvarez, and I think it was the 4th or 5th inning, I believe. It was a grand slam that tied things up at the time. And later on in the 9th inning, Jeremy Pena hit a 2-run shot to make it 6-9. Not nice. That would sort of spark like a fake rally thing that we've kind of been doing this year, where we're down in the 9th. We just somehow, our hitters remember how to put the ball in play again, but ultimately it led to nothing, as Yainer Diaz, who pinch hit at the worst possible time, struck out to end the game. And it just was a pretty ugly game overall. Just ugly. Just nothing really went right for the Astros today. Pitching didn't keep the game where it was. Offense was really, really bad in key moments, and we continue to strike out way too much against Twin starters. And I can guarantee you, you do not need to strike out that many times against Twin starters. They're good, but they're not that good. It's just a lot of things that you don't like to see from this team, especially this early in the year. But again, not pressing the panic button yet. It's still very early in the season. We're 9 games in. We saw this from the 2021 team. They were 7-11 or 7-10 or something like that around this time of year, and they turned things around. This team can do the same thing easily. We just need to see more consistency from the offense, less strikeouts, putting the ball in play, and I think they will. I think it's only a matter of time before this team figures out how to not play like total dog shit every day. And once that happens, we'll start to see some more wins, or maybe more times where we are actually in the lead. But yeah, overall, series hasn't been great. Just to briefly touch on yesterday's game, it was a 3-2 Twins win. Both runs were driven in by, ironically, Mauricio Dubon, who has been the steak of Astros Twitter recently. Like, everybody wants his head on a steak. But yeah, offense wasn't doing much either yesterday. And, Urquidy had the good pitching performance, ultimately led to nothing. Stanek had a meltdown in the 10th inning, and you know the rest. But yeah, this series hasn't been great. We play, I think, one more tomorrow, and then we're off on the road again. Don't exactly know who we're playing next. I haven't checked the schedule yet. I just know that we need to get out of Minnesota as fast as we can, because Lord knows we need a break, because this Astros team just needs to reset, and they need to reset fast, because while it is still early in the season, they need to figure things out quickly. And if they don't, they could form a very big lead, or not a lead, but they could form a very big gap between the teams that are on top right now in the division and the teams that are sort of hovering around where we are. So I think they'll get things together, but we got to do it soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the thoughts that I have on this series and today's game. And let's just hope that we can win tomorrow, because I'm really tired of seeing us lose. It's not fun. People can say, oh, well, you're a spoiled Astros fan. You guys won the World Series last year. And yeah, you could argue that. But still, you don't like to see your team lose, whether they're the reigning champs or not. So, without further ado, voice crack, excuse me. Without further ado, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about our team's performance past few games. Because, there's a lot to be said about it. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm On The Girl Sports, and take care.